What if I told you that every time you book a hotel in Tampa, the city is taking a cut of your money? And there's been a serious debate about how to spend it that could make your vacation more expensive. This isn't just some standard fee. It's a system funneling huge amounts of cash into the city. But here's the wild part. At the same time tourism is booming, there was a controversial proposal in the Florida legislature that could have slashed the very services and marketing that bring people to Tampa. In this video, I'm going to break down how Tampa's tourist tax really works, a little about that legislative battle and what it was all about, and most importantly, give you the ultimate guide to finding the discounts and loopholes that will save you a ton of cash. This is how you beat the Tampa tourist tax. Hello everyone, I'm Britta Becker, your Tampa realtor and the host of American Dream TV's Selling Tampa Bay. All right, let's dive right into it. The fee I'm talking about is called the Tourist Development Tax, or TDT. You've probably heard it's called the bed tax. In Hillsborough County, where Tampa is located, it's a 6% tax added to any hotel, motel, or short-term rental you book for 6 months or less. Now, 6% might not sound like a huge deal, but it all adds up fast. Tampa Bay's tourism is a massive industry. So where does all that TDT money actually go? Historically, its main job is to put heads in beds and feet on the streets. The money is used to fund marketing campaigns, to attract more visitors, to support the Tampa Convention Center, and help pay for the stadiums where teams like the Buccaneers play, for example. It's supposed to be a cycle. Tourists pay the tax is used to attract more tourists, and the whole local economy gets a boost. That's the theory anyway. The problem starts when politicians get a little too tempted by that big pot of cash. When you're pulling in record revenue, you have two choices. Reinvest it to make the whole visitor experience even better, or find a new place to spend it. And that's where things almost got too messy for vacationers. Here's what you need to know. A hugely controversial bill, HB 7033, passed the Florida House. This legislation would have allowed counties to redirect up to 75% of that tourist tax money away from tourism marketing and use it for almost any other public purpose, like offsetting property taxes for homeowners. Now, who doesn't want property tax relief? But tourism leaders across the state basically called this plan an act of economic self-sabotage. Why? Because the very money used to advertise Tampa, bring in major conventions, and support the attractions you want to visit would have been gutted. It would be like a farmer deciding to sell most of his seeds for next year's crop because this year's harvest was so good. It just makes no sense at all. What do you think? If there's less marketing, there are fewer tourists. Fewer tourists mean hotels and restaurants have to make up the difference somewhere. And that could translate to higher prices and fewer deals for you. The good news is that the bill faced hurdles and was part of a larger budget battle, but it shows you just how vulnerable the system that funds tourism can be. They're celebrating a boom while debating plans that could cripple the engine that creates it, but you don't have to play the game. While they figure out how to spend your money, I'm going to show you how to keep more of it. The best way to offset any tax is to pay way less for the main events. Your biggest costs are usually the attractions, so let's start there. The parks know they need to keep people coming, and they offer some incredible deals you won't find at the front gate. First up, the Busch Gardens and Adventure Island Fun Card. This is easily one of the best deals in Florida tourism. Instead of paying for a single day ticket, you can buy a fun card for the current year. For example, the 2026 Fun Card gives you unlimited visits to both parks for the rest of the entire year for a price that's often close to a single day's admission. Yes, there are some blackout dates on big holidays, but if you have any flexibility, the value is insane. You can pop in for a few hours, leave, and come back another day without that pressure to marathon the park to get your money's worth. Next, if you plan on hitting multiple attractions, you have to look at the Tampa Bay City Pass. Do not buy individual tickets at each spot. The City Pass can save you up to 55% on admission to 5 of the area's top attractions. You get into Busch Gardens, the Florida Aquarium, and Zoo Tampa. And then you get to choose 2 more from a list that includes the Clearwater Marine Aquarium and the Museum of Science and Industry. You have 9 full days to use the tickets after your first visit, so you're not rushed. It's all on a mobile pass, and it's the definition of a travel hack. Buying these tickets separately would cost a fortune, but with one pass, you've basically cut your admissions in half. And it's not just Busch Gardens with a fun card deal. Other parks like Zoo Tampa often have similar pay for a day, come back all year offers, which include their popular seasonal events, so always check their websites before you buy. Hey, just jumping in for a second, if you're finding this useful and want more tips on how to travel smarter, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. My whole goal is to expose these hidden fees and travel traps so you can have a better vacation. Okay, let's get back to it. Now that we've slashed your big ticket costs, let's talk about the smaller things that really do add up. This is how you navigate Tampa like a local and skip the tourist traps. First, transportation. Don't immediately rent a car or pay for expensive ride shares to get around downtown. Tampa has the Tico Line streetcar, and it is completely free. It runs from the downtown area through the Channel District and all the way to the historic Ybor City. It's a cool, convenient, and most importantly, free way to explore some of the city's best neighborhoods. Want to get on the water without a pricey private tour? Use the Pirate Water Taxi. It's a hop-on, hop-off service with stops all along the riverfront. An all-day adult pass is usually around $34, but prices can vary. It's not just transportation, it's an attraction in of itself, giving you fantastic views of the city's skyline. Next up, food and entertainment. You don't need a fancy dinner reservation every single night. Check out a spot like Sparkman Wharf, where shipping containers have been turned into high-quality walk-up restaurants right on the water. You can grab an awesome meal for way less than a sit-down restaurant, and it also offers free live music. You really can't beat that. And what about free stuff to do? Tampa is packed with it. The Tico Manatee Viewing Center is free to visit during its season, which is typically November 1st to April 15th, when the gentle giants gather in the warmer waters. You can also wander the beautiful Tampa River Walk for free, or visit one of the city's great museums on their free admission days. For example, the Tampa Museum of Art often has pay what you can admission on Thursday evenings. And the Glazer Children's Museum has historically offered free admission on the first Tuesday of every month, though they are transitioning to a new pay for everyone access program, so be sure to check their site for the latest details on that. By using these strategies, slashing attraction costs with a fun card or city pass, using free transportation, and enjoying the tons of free activities, you can completely wipe out the impact of that tourist tax. You're not just saving 6%, you're saving 50% or even more. So there you have it. While politicians argue over how to spend the money they collect from tourists, you're now armed with the knowledge to fight back. You know that Tampa collects a 6% bed tax, and you know about the kinds of legislative proposals that threaten to make the visitor experience worse. You know how to bundle 5 attractions and save over 50% with the city pass, and you know how to move around the city like a local using the free streetcar and enjoying the incredible free activities Tampa has to offer. Don't let hidden taxes and political games mess with your vacation budget. Travel smart, use these tips, and have an amazing trip to Tampa without feeling like you got ripped off. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever been slammed with a crazy tourist tax? Do you have any other money-saving tips for visiting Tampa? Drop your stories and secrets in the comments below, and I will read every single one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.